everything I did was based around off-road racing. When I was in school, I was daydreaming about racing. I didn't play sports, I wasn't super into sports, I was thinking about racing. From when I was 5 years old to where I am now, in that entire journey of racing limited cars and watching my dad race and then getting up into the trophy trucks, it's really been a seamless lesson for me to progress as a racer. Driving 1600 just really helped me develop those skills behind the wheel to read the terrain and to work my way up. You know, I have a ton of respect for those limited car racers because they're gnarly. They're just as talented as the unlimited racers. It's a different skill set for sure, but it's really interesting, and I'm thankful that I had to start down at 1600. 2012 came around and my dad made the decision. He said, all right, why don't you go ahead and hop in the Class 1 car? And so now I'm in the Class 1 car, which are the cars I watched my dad race in growing up. And that exact car, we call it J3. He raced in it, my brother raced in it, and now I'm racing in it. We swept the Mexico Series that year. We won 3 in a row, the 250, 500, and 1000 with Justin Smith. And from there, you know, honestly, I would get to the finish line, and you know, as humbly as I could say it was, that was easy. I'm ready for the next step. So, you know, I only raced 4 races in Class 1. We won 3 of them. Second place at one of the 250s, and then it was on to trophy trucks. So it really progressed fast for me, but you know, like I said, from 5 years old to where I am now in the trophy truck, only 27 years old, I do believe that I have 25 years of experience in racing. Our family's been consistently running BFGoodrich Tires for over 30 years. My dad won them their first Baja 1000 back in 1986, which was super cool. And to have BFG continuing to come back and support our family and win another Baja 1000 and Mint 400 with them is really cool. 2014 came around and I got the opportunity to build my first trophy truck. And that's a Trophy Truck 83. I went out and I drove all different kinds of trucks. A lot of different builders were talking to me, you know, Mike Jolson and David ID and stuff, you know, calling me, hey, build my truck, and they could see I had a future in this. Well, I went out and I drove 4 or 5 different trophy trucks, and I ended up with the Racer Engineering truck. I liked the way the thing drove. It was super stable. You know, and at that time, I loved that truck. I loved everything about it. I wasn't an engineer. I wasn't a genius at these trucks, but I'd look at it, and a lot of the ideas that I had in my head were on that truck. So the 3 things are in line. You know, I'm building this chassis. I got a great drivetrain. I got a great team. Let's go win some races. That didn't happen. That didn't happen at all. I had a lot of success in the classes before, and we built this truck, and I think it was just the off-road gods basically saying, this isn't going to come easy for you, you know, and it didn't. 2015, 2016 were super tough years. In those years with the DNFs, I said, I need to understand what's going on. There's only so many parts on this trophy truck. I'm not letting another part take me out. I'm not letting another quality control thing from an outside vendor from my team. Whatever it is, I'm ready to take control of the situation. I was at the race shop every day, helping analyze, you know, what was going on, just listening and learning from our team manager and our mechanics, and then just traveling around the off-road industry, talking to people, and really understanding what was going on. So I dove in, started making our own parts at the shop, along with a crew that helps me. You know, I don't do any of this single-handedly. We're gonna go through the ringer, and we're gonna understand how to make this truck a winning and finishing truck. We went on to win the Mint 400 in 2020, which was an unreal feeling, and that's what really kicked us off again for 2020. It was gnarly, it was rough, it was getting squaredged. It's the Mint 400. It's a long race, so we just got to keep our heads down, we got to keep going. It wasn't until about 30 miles to go that we ended up passing our Sierra, who also pulled off with a flat tire. We passed him for the lead, and I remember my response every time I've been in the lead has been the same thing. I told Duncan, I said, don't say a word. Little did I know we were on the live feed and everyone at home was watching this whole thing, and all of a sudden everyone's phone goes off. Apparently Luke's leading, and we rolled off that jump, and that just kicked off the excitement of winning. So we won the Mint 400 that year.
Mark McMillin pulling into victory lane for the overall championship. Let's go to Jerry Garrett.
Well, Mark, you broke the HDRA victory drought that you had back here with the Gold Coast race. Now you won the overall, looks like, in the Mint 400.
Boy, I sure hope I have. I understand there's a car right behind me, but I think I'm going to have him beat on time. And this is going to be one of the sweetest victories for us since our first Baja 1000 overall. And it's been hard-earned.
People say that Mark McMillin's a good driver in the fast stuff, but you had a lot of tough, slow stuff today to overcome too, didn't you?
Well, that was a typical mint rough course, and for a lot of years, the people thought the McMillins didn't prepare a car for the high desert, just for Mexico. Well, we can prepare a car to beat anybody anywhere.
It's pretty amazing to think there's 32 years separating that win, but really it's the same idea of what it takes to win that race.
And we always go back for the challenge because it's exactly that. It's a challenge, and it's an iconic course that, you know, at the end of the day, it's got a little bit of everything in it. It's got a fun sand wash up behind the mountains. It's got a fun road, 2-track road back there. Some gnarly whoops, square edge whoops that consistently get bigger and bigger, which is pushing our equipment to get better and better, which is also kind of cool. This course is continuing to develop, and you know, the direction maybe that's not so fun, but making it even more and more of a challenge. You go through the rock quarry and stuff, and getting out of there, the silt and the rocks are gnarly. I mean, yeah, there may be bigger silt beds in Baja and stuff, but I know for sure every time I get out of that rock quarry, I make a couple of those right-hand turns and I'm in the silt ruts and I'm going, God, I know there's basketball-sized boulders hidden in this silt. You can say what you want about the course. You might want to claim that it's easy, but even last year, the lead changed, the physical lead changed 3 or 4 times from flat tires. Every lap we go around, it can be different. And that's what's challenging about the Mint, and that's just another aspect that, you know, we go for the adventure. It's lap after lap, it's 4 laps of absolutely gnarly terrain.
What was really cool about the Mint 400 was not only did it come down to the last lap in the last 30 miles, but the best of the best were there. You know, Bryce Menzies was there with the Mason all-wheel drive. That's a top-notch team and a top-notch truck in his own backyard. It was like, it's going to be tough to take him down. Ryan Arciero's out there. Rob McCaffrey, the winningest trophy truck driver of all time, is there. It's going to be no easy feat.
I think it's safe to say tires are one of the most important aspects of the truck. I mean, if not the most important, it's the only thing, you know, connecting your truck to the ground. And at the end of the day, you know, the brutal terrain we go through the ruts and the rocks and all this stuff, the tires are what's really taking the brunt of it. Without a doubt, the BFGoodrich tire is a major advantage. And unless I really deserve and earn a flat tire, which happens, you know, we're out there racing, we're pushing hard, and you get crossed up and you smack a boulder, you might earn a flat tire. But what's not gonna happen with a BFGoodrich tire is a mystery flat. You're not gonna go down the road, and if we're being cautious and we're feeling good that, you know, we're doing a good job dodging the rocks and being patient and all that kind of stuff, you're not gonna get a flat tire.